Welcome back to the channel. Now this is a section I'm going to call Heirloom Tools, and it's a very special part of my channel, and it's going to be a section where I focus on very specific criteria. I've literally spent my life looking for hand tools that combine near perfect balance of form, function and beauty. This is not an easy task and comes with its own pitfalls. I now have grandchildren. Now, I know that's hard to believe, and I want them to feel as enthusiastic and passionate about working with their hands and making beautiful things as I do. So these heirloom tools I track down will one day, I hope, be passed to them and then hopefully their children, and it will inspire them to be the best that they can be. So I hope you enjoy this. This is Heirloom Tools, and we're going to start off with Bridge City combination squares. So the combination square is one of my most used tools. It falls into the realms of a tape measure, pencil, utility knife, square. They're the things that I use most on site, and for as long as I can remember I've had this Rabone. It's not a Rabone Chesterman, it's a Rabone, and it's very old and it's very battered, and it's working its way out square. It's very stiff, but I do love it. It's lasted me a very long time, and it's been with me for many years. So obviously I have an attachment to it. The blade or the ruler is very pitted and dented. It's slightly out of square, so it's not really fit for purpose, but I've kind of battled on and used it mainly for framing and that sort of thing. So I've been looking for a replacement. Now my first port of call was this guy, and I'm sure some of you know about him. He's called Tony Rillo. He lives in New York State, and he makes the most beautiful hand tools you will ever find. And the precision and the craft and the beauty and the quality is unparalleled, really. So I messaged him and was pestering him to make me a combination square, and he said the design is not quite ready in his head, so he can't make one yet. But anyway, I bought this double-ended square from him some time ago. They're always engraved, or they can be engraved with either his logo or your logo, and I mean, this is a perfect example of an heirloom tool. So he said to me, look, if you'll be happy with the Starrett. If you're not happy with the Starrett, then you won't be happy with mine. So I duly ordered the Starrett. Now this cost me, I think it was £153, and it's the complete set. And I'm going to do a separate review of this, and all I will say is it's going to be returned. I've spoken to the supplier, an absolutely fantastic company. I'll talk about that in my next video, but yeah, as a product I wasn't happy with it. I'll tell you all about that in my next video. So that's the Starrett. I also had this woodpecker. This was another idea of mine, was to use the woodpecker rule stop and the woodpecker standard scale shop ruler. But the problem with this, it's really well made, it's really well thought out, the rule stop's fantastic, but this is anodized aluminium, and I haven't had it very long, and it's been well cared for, and it's just pitted. There's just marks all over it, and I wouldn't recommend aluminium tools, particularly if they may be great if you're just always in the shop, but if you're going out to site, then this is going to get damaged beyond reasonable use very quickly. So that's the woodpecker. They also make a combination square, but again, it's made of aluminium, so it's not for me. Just on a side note, I really like these Veritas little saddle squares that you can keep in your apron or in your pocket. You know, it's very much an EDC type product, but it's not a combination square. Then Mr. Tony Rouleau, he messaged me and he said, have you seen Bridge City combination squares? I didn't even know that they did a combination. I was very aware of Bridge City. Their tools are kind of fancy looking, but a lot of them are made from anodized aluminium, which is very soft. They do have stainless steel blades or rulers, but I didn't know about these. So he said, you need to have a look at these, and he sent me a link to a video of a chap doing a quick review on these. So a little bit about Bridge City. It was set up by a guy called John Economaki, and he said this is his motto, I think, for his company, Bridge City Tools. And he said, quality is contagious. Nothing is more important to a woodworker than his tools. If you owned a tool chest full of well-crafted tools, how could you possibly justify doing shabby work? You dishonour your tools, you dishonour yourself, which is just absolutely amazing. I absolutely love that. So in 1996, he released the combination square, and it really is a thing of beauty. And it's unequalled in form, function, precision and durability. I'd add as a caveat that it's obviously until Tony Rouleau makes his combination square. So let's have a look at it. So it came in these lovely foam boxes. And as I had to pay carriage, I thought I'd buy both sizes. So this is the 12-inch or the 300mm, and this is the 6-inch or the 150mm, and they really are just exquisite. So as you can see, this is a radical redesign of the first combination square made by Leroy Starrett in 1877, and these squares they've been individually calibrated to 0.05 millimeters. So I'm thinking they're possibly the most accurate combination square on the planet. What's most interesting about these squares is the material used in their construction. The rather elegant legs are milled from stainless steel plate stock, which obviously has remarkable rust and wear resistance, and all the surfaces of the main body and legs are completely PVD coated to help prevent scratching and to give incredible hardness. The blade or the ruler is laser etched, so it's easy to read, and it's finished with a matte finish to avoid reflection. It's really, the Starrett, it's just an absolute nightmare trying to get the blade or the ruler in. And another thing, it's a bit like the Starrett out the box is just like my Rabone, so it's really sticky. Whereas this, I mean, it just glides. Hear that? And another thing about this is the ease of taking the blade in and out. So here we go. There we go. Whereas if you try to do that in the Starrett, I was losing my mind trying to get the ruler or the blade back into the Starrett. So with these, there is the same scale on the same edge at any time, and features left to right and right to left readings of 30 seconds to 16th on the imperial and millimeters on the metric, and then it goes down to half millimeters on the ends. This thumbnail, this here, is just so well made. It's just an absolute pleasure to use. The legs on these squares have been lengthened to give you improved registration to your stock. And on the Cs-12 V2, it's now 120.6 millimeters long, these legs, and on the Cs-v2 is 68.7 millimeters long. Tony Rillo asked me what my requirements were for a combination square if he were to make one, and I said a stainless steel stock, a wide legs and arms for a more accurate reference, a stainless steel blade or rule, easy glide, and easy to remove and reinsert. I didn't think I was going to do it then. And reinsert the blade. And an accurate locking wheel. One final thing I'll say about these, which is different to all the other combination squares available. So this, lots of combination squares will have a stainless steel blade or ruler, but a cast body, a cast iron or cast steel body. So when this first leaves the factory, if this is perfectly flat, then it will always give a perfect 90-degree reading. Over time, the wear on the bottom of the blade or the ruler and wear on the bottom of the groove will mean that this will, over time, go out of square. Now with the stainless steel ruler and stainless steel body, this should stay square probably forever. So anyway, this is my quick review, first impressions of and unboxing of the Starrett CS12 version 2, and it really is just the most beautiful thing I've seen in a long time. So I would highly recommend these if you're looking for a premium combination square. Now guys, if you've enjoyed this video, if you could please hit the like button. If you could subscribe, that would be awesome, because I need to get my subscription numbers up. Please hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. All these things help to make my channel grow, and if my channel grows, I can continue to offer you free reviews for tools that you are looking for, so that you can go out and be the very best that you can be on the job site, and you don't end up buying tools which you're unhappy with and that you feel comfortable with and help you to do a better job. So please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Tool Porn with Kismet Construction. Cheers.